Okay, good afternoon, good evening. Actually, it's 5:12 Eastern, and Glenn Stein here, broker owner of Realty Executives in the Villages in Florida. So a lot of people, there are a couple of things. I coach for the Tom Ferry organization, and I coach a lot of people around the country, and I bring a lot of that information as the broker to my realtors, my agents here locally in Florida. And we share information, and I teach them, and I coach them, and I mentor them, and we talk about a lot of different things about what's going on around the country. And it's so interesting as we look at what's happening in places like the West Coast and even up north. Inventory has been tight for the last couple of years. It's nothing new. Everybody knows that. Interest rates being low has caused that pent up demand with all the millennials that are moving out of their parents' homes, or they've been renting the last couple of years, or finally moved forward to uh, buy something. And on top of it, what's happened is there's been a pent up demand also or pent up supply with new construction being slower than normal over the last 10 years. Up until like a couple of years ago, there wasn't a lot of new construction going on in Florida. So, and actually across the country. So we're seeing just the demand for housing is way larger than the supply. And we're seeing in places like in the West Coast, California, a couple of weeks worth of homes on the market, which is just unbelievable. Like, in other words, if the trend continues, the amount of buyers that are on the market, it would take 2 weeks to actually get rid of all of the homes on the market. A hot market is considered to be 6 months or less. And right now we're seeing a lightning hot, white hot market where it is absolutely a seller's market almost in every place around the country. New York City might be the exception, but it's still not an extreme buyer's market even there. So, and you're seeing pockets around the country and might be having some issues, but 95% of the country right now, inventory just being at a premium. So, we're connecting with people that live. By the way, if you're watching this and you own a property that is out of the marketplace, you don't own a property. You own a property here, but you don't live here. You own a second home. Now's the absolutely perfect time, but to sell your house, because you're going to maximize the equity on your place. The opportunity to maximize your equity it's always been good the last couple of years, but it's at an extreme level. And around the country, it's the same way. That's what I'm telling the agents around the country, to connect with those people that own a home that is, they own a home in the marketplace, but they don't live in the marketplace, right? They own a rental, they own an investment property. Now's the time to really cash in your chips, because the inventory levels are extremely low. And I'll give you specifically in our marketplace here in the Villages, the inventory levels last year, the peak inventory level here on MLS has been over 400, so about 420 properties on the marketplace. But now we're looking at about 350, 360 properties that are available. So that's a decrease of about 16 to 18% less inventory in a 4 to 5 month period, which is pretty fast, right? So that's really what we're seeing in our marketplace. People are getting vaccinated, right? A lot of people, I'm not going to judge whether you should or shouldn't. That's not what this is about. But really, we're seeing more people get vaccinated, which is causing people to feel a little bit more secure about coming into the area. We do have vacancies on seasonal rentals, which actually has never happened in our marketplace in the last 15, 20 years. We've been here for 16 years. And that's not something, you typically see as vacancy during season. So we're seeing some of that. So if you're wanting to, rent a property, typically that wouldn't even be an option. But now that very well could be an option, because that availability does exist. So normally it wouldn't, but it does exist right now. So that's something, so you want to stay in our area, rental property, you want to get away from the winter, that could very well happen and be available for you for sure. So that's something that you may want to look at. So what I do want to share with you is I want to share with you the inventory right now. Right now we're looking at 49. If we're looking at the last 7-day numbers, we're looking at a number that is probably a little bit higher than what we've seen last couple of weeks. That's been what we've seen the last couple of weeks, the first couple of weeks of the year. We saw 35, 40 properties that were coming on the market, and now we're seeing the numbers are such where it's really about 50 properties. I think last week we saw about 50 properties. I'm going to do a share screen with you so you can get an idea of what we're looking at. And so it's something to really look at. So 49 new properties that have come on the market, and we're also seeing some price reductions. Right, we've seen a lot of people say, okay, well maybe I'm overpriced. That could be a thing, right? Like that's something that people are saying, okay, maybe I'm a little bit overpriced. So if we're looking at these numbers, and let me kind of blow it up for you a little bit so you can see it. We're looking at this here, these stats here, last 7 days, right? So you can see last 7 days MLS numbers, right? Realtor numbers, new listings 49, price increases 1, price decreases 48. So I think that could be misconstrued. We've been seeing this pretty much. I've been tracking this almost a year, almost since COVID first started. I think that that's been a thing that we've noticed. A lot of people are. There's been people testing the marketplace and looking at, okay, well, let me try to list at a higher price to see what happens. It can be construed as, oh my gosh, the market's going down, and look at all these price reductions. I think people testing the marketplace and saying, okay, well, I'm a little bit too high, so let me adjust. Also looking at 50 sold, so there's plenty of sold properties, almost equal to the new listings. And then I think equally as important, 52 pending properties. So 52 pending properties, that's a crucial number too. So 49 new, price decreases 48, 50 sold, closed, and then 52 pending. And that 52 pending is basically the amount of properties that are on the market. And let me close out of that. That are on the market. They're equal to the number of properties that are leaving the marketplace. So that means we're not necessarily, look at it, there's a -3, meaning 3 less properties are on the market this week than what we saw last week. Not a big change. To me, I think is good news, right? When we were seeing 420 properties on the market, that was telling me that the inventory is growing. And this is, remember that we're primarily, not all, but primarily 55 plus. Right, so 55 plus age pretty much is our marketplace, meaning highly affected by COVID and vaccine and all that kind of stuff. So inventory grew. Then over the last 3 to 4 months, we saw inventory decrease. There was an influx of buyers over through the fall and pretty much through January. Just a severe decrease in inventory, but an influx of people that were buying. And now this is a leveling off. So, which is good, because we want a healthy amount of inventory, and we want a healthy amount of buyers. So that, I think it's pretty much equal right now. So I think that's a plus. If you have questions about the marketplace, if you need to find the best realtor, best agent, I'm the broker here. I'm a non-compete broker, non-compete type of situation where we've got tremendous, we're super proud of our agents because we had a record January, record December. They've done a phenomenal job over the last, forever. Like we've been here since 2004 in existence in the villages. So if you need a referral there, let me know. Call me, 352-572-3796, 352-572-3796. You could also connect with us here on my site, on our site here at buysellthevillages.com. And whatever you need, if you need some information on stats or information on anything in our area in Florida, just let me know. Glenn Stein, Realty Executives in the Villages. And if you need some help, please let me know.